Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. We all know success requires hard work. That's why we think that the idea of a 4-hour work week is a bit unrealistic. But don't get us wrong, some people only work 4 hours a week. The thing is, they've sacrificed a lot to get to that point. Success is not something that happens in a couple of days. The work necessary to get there takes years. You usually have to work 80 hours a week or even more to achieve your goals. And when you do get successful, you can enjoy the rest of your life with a significant fortune to start. But let's be honest for a minute. 80 hours a week is 11.4 hours a day. So you need to work almost 12 hours every day. Some even claim to work 100 to 120 hours a week or 17 hours a day. If you do the math, say you need to sleep at least 6 hours a day, that leaves you with 1 hour of free time, in which you will allot to eat or take care of your body. It takes a lot of energy and determination to do this. So the most realistic limit for most people is 80 to a maximum of about 90 hours a week, which is still not easy to do. Okay. So let's say despite all of those, you're still willing to do the sacrifice, meaning you want to work that much. How do you do that? How do you work a lot without damaging your health or your performance? You don't want to be one of those people that just became over-fatigued due to working too much, right? Well, there are strategies that successful people from all over the world use to combat this. In this video, we will share with you 5 of them. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Tip number 1. Exercise. Exercising is essential to our lives. We all know that exercise helps us in staying healthy and energized. But another thing about exercising in the morning is that it will make your day very predictable. What we mean by this is that when you have a repetitive schedule for every day of the week, exercise will help you kickstart the rhythm for the rest of your day. It will motivate you because you decided to get out of bed in the first place. A common opinion is that exercising in the morning will make you tired for the rest of the day and not do any work. But the opposite happens to me personally. Once I grab the habit of exercising every morning, whenever I skip a day, I feel more sluggish and urge to watch Netflix all day. There are several options for starting this habit. You can go to a gym and grab a membership, but gyms today are not consistently open. So, check the gym in your area. But if you don't want a gym subscription right now, you can start from your home or run. You will be healthier and more productive in no time. Tip number 2. Plan your days. If you have so many activities in a day, you'll probably forget something along the way. It's like trying to juggle 5 balls when you can only do 2. At the start, you might think that forgetting 1 or 2 things is not that important. But with time, those things multiply and they will become a problem for you and your work. So it's always better to have a daily plan for your activities. There are many apps available already, like Google Calendar or any other calendar tool, that will help you plan your schedule hour by hour. Another method that you can try is what they call time boxing. This technique is where you assign a time limit for every task. So for example, reading and replying to email lasts for 40 minutes and your lunch 30 minutes. So each schedule will become more flexible instead of assigning them at specific times during the day. For example, 7 a.m. to 7:40 a.m. for checking the email and 12 to 12:30 for lunch. You can now assign lunch at 11:30 or 1 p.m. as long as the duration is 30 minutes. Different life situations have other requirements, so experiment and see what feels right for you. Tip number 3. Take stuff from your brain to a device or paper. This is somewhat related to tip number 2. There are countless things you need to get done. You know that you can do all of them, but you are still stressed. Why? Because there are too many of them. We can all relate that there are days when you need to clean the house, attend a meeting, shop for groceries, then water the plants, go to a company event, and finish a project that's due in a week. all while trying to keep a healthy relationship with your special someone in your family and friends. This stuff is genuinely stressful. You're not alone in this. But the worst thing you do is to keep all in your head. That's why you take everything from your brain and put it in a device or a paper. Start writing down your tasks one by one. Assign deadlines and put them on a list from most important to least so that you can prioritize. It's always a great feeling when you look at your list and everything has a check mark. It's almost like all of your stress evaporates. When you write down your task, you'll have a much clearer sense of priority concerning the tasks to get done and time to get them done. And once you do this, you can then figure out a way to get work done. Writing down what you have to do will save you the pain and headache of having a bunch of things you have to get done floating around in your head, which can sometimes lead to forgetting to do specific tasks or completely missing deadlines. So make sure you write them down now. And there are so many apps designed for this, like Microsoft's to-do list. But there are more advanced options I think you should check out. Just research and try what suits you. Let's start removing the "I can remember this" mentality, because you can't. Make it a habit that every time a task comes up, write it down so you are sure you won't forget. Tip number 4. Take very short breaks. You must keep that connection between body and mind when working. You should not have an out-of-body experience when working at the office. That's why it is needed to get up and go for a quick walk for at least 3 to 5 minutes each time. It'll increase blood flow and put you back in that alert mode. Based on personal experience, walking is better than having a cup of coffee or a can of energy drink. Jumping jacks are fine as well. You could also try desk exercises, but I don't know about their effectiveness. However, some people don't want to break their rhythm when working, so they avoid taking even the shortest breaks until they finish their task. There is a solution that might sound profound to some, but is actually pretty effective. And that is our 5th and final tip. Tip number 5. Use standing desk. Standing desks are getting more popular these days, as they are a great way to minimize your need for breaks. Your blood flow doesn't get stagnant while still being productive. You will also use your muscles way more than sitting. Plus, it's less harmful to your back. Since it will engage your muscles, you'll be far less likely to feel tired or need breaks. And here is even a more profound alternative. Some people are working while using a treadmill. Some millionaires and billionaires are using this crazy trick. This method might actually become a fad as the number of people who work at home continuously increases. But don't buy a treadmill just because of this video, as they are pretty expensive. Using a standing desk is more practical. But keep in mind that standing desks are somewhat costly as well, especially if it is the adjustable type. We suggest trying for alternatives like a mini table on top of your regular desk, or you can even just put some crates on top of each other and see how you feel. Standing while working also dramatically helps when you have those repetitive tasks that need focus. That's our list for today. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. We suggest you try at least one of these tips if you really want to be more productive. And for those who employ those tricks in their lives, tell us your experience in the comment section below. Join us again next time here in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips in achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.